Now we discuss the next pattern in lecture number 28, head and shoulder, which is basically a reversal pattern. Let's understand the head and shoulder in detail. Head and shoulder is a reversal pattern signaling that the prior trend is reversing. Head and shoulder top alerts traders that the uptrend is over and the price is could lower, while the head and shoulder bottom notifies traders that the downtrend is finished and price will be headed upward. With a simple example, we easily understand the head and shoulder top, a reversal pattern, by the help of example chart. As the example chart show on your screen, you clearly identify that the price will be in uptrend. The first peak in the current trend is considered to be the left shoulder. Then the consecutive high will be considered as your head, and after the drop down, the next top is lower than the head, which is like a right shoulder. As we see in the human body, there is a left shoulder, there is a head, and there is a right shoulder. The left shoulder and the right shoulder are in a same form or in a same levels. The right shoulder is lesser than the head, and the left shoulder is also lesser than the head, but it is consecutive by a head. The bottom is considered to be the neckline for that pattern. Once the neckline break with high volumes, it is considered to be the valid breakout, and this valid breakout completes the head and shoulder pattern. Now another important point, if the horizontal neckline is there is a moderate aggressiveness. If the neckline will be in an upward slope like a trend line, then the aggressiveness is much more higher. Before finalizing the head and shoulder top, you have to consider some key factors. The prior trend is upward. The left shoulder, first peak of the current trend, which is called as left shoulder. The head is the consecutive peak after the left head and shoulder. The right shoulder peak is lower than the head and equal to the left shoulder. Neckline connecting the two lower points. Slope of neckline is also affect the degree of aggressiveness. Neckline act as a good important support. Once it breaks, it converts its nature and the support becomes resistances. And this breakout is always with high volumes. The price target is a distance between the neckline to head. If the neckline is $80 and the head is $100, and once the price break the neckline, you have to reduce the difference with the neckline. That means the target is $60. $80 minus $20 difference is considered to be the price target in future price movements. Now we discuss head and shoulder bottom in details. As a sample chart show on your screen, you easily identify that head and shoulder bottom is always be formed at absolute bottoms. The first bottom is a first bottom in a current trend. Then a head is formed, which is a consecutive lower from the left shoulder. Then the right shoulder is formed, which is much more higher than the head and equal to the left shoulder. Once the price break that neckline, which is connecting the 2 points, point number 1 and 2 show in black in color. After the price break to the neckline, we finalize the pattern and the valid breakout is to be identified. Always see that the volumes at the breakout is high. The price target is between the distance between the head and the neckline. Supposed to be the head is $80 and the neckline is $100, then you add back the difference, that is $20 in the neckline. The future price target is $120. Before finalizing the head and shoulder bottom, you have to consider some important points. The prior trend is downtrend. The left shoulder is the first bottom in the current trend. The head is the consecutive bottom after the left head and shoulder. Right shoulder is higher than the head and equal to the left head and shoulder. Neckline collecting the two higher points. Slope of neckline is also affect the degree of aggressiveness. Neckline act as a resistance in this pattern, but if the price breaks that neckline with high volumes, then it is act like a support. Price target is this distance between the neckline and the head. I hope so you easily identify head and shoulder bottom or head and shoulder top in the sample images also. We are providing you various sample images. You can easily identify head and shoulder top and head and shoulder bottom in your curriculum.